Greetings, it is I, the Super Sucklord, infamous toy bootlegging supervillain, coming to you from my studio in Chinatown, New York City. I've been compelled to make this short film to give my recollections of my experience showing artwork at Maison de l'Oeuvre back in 2017, or as we like to call it, the House of Elsewhere. I was recruited by Marque to be included in this show that featured various artists and their interpretations of Star Wars in their unique and original voices. And what a delightful time that was. Not only was I treated like a very important person, but I got to occupy time and space in the delightful museum itself. I got to bathe in some hot springs, and I ate a lot of fondue. Let me tell you something about you people and your fondue. Every other motherfucker over there is like, no, I'm gonna take you to the real fondue. And then this guy is, no, he does not know the real fondue. I know the real fondue. I will take you to the real fondue. So I had a lot of motherfucking fondue, and it was great. Thank you for that. But the real ongoing takeaway from the experience was not the experience itself, as delightful as it was, and as thankful for it as I am. What's really stuck with me is the clout that it brings, because I don't know what you know about me, but I have a little bit of a reprehensible reputation. I am unserious. I make poor quality works that are oftentimes sexually explicit in nature. I have a bit of a randy personality, and I invite controversy wherever I go. I'm loosely affiliated with the pornographic film industry, and I am just generally a sinister and suspicious character, and people do not take my work seriously. But when I say I showed my work in a museum in Europe, then everybody says, oh, Sucklord, we were so wrong about you. You are a serious artist after all. I mean, look at you, showing artwork in a museum in Europe, a science fiction museum? Based on the collection of Jules Verne? Wow, we didn't know you were that deep. So in that regard, it was an enduring success, and I thank you for it. But so long as I have your attention, maybe I'll just show you around the studio a little bit and see what we got, okay? Over here, we have my retail wall, which is where I display all my items for sale. Yes, there are some gay porno figures up there, as well as some Sucklord toys. Everything is for sale. Everything is for sale. What we have here is the infamous gay empire figure and the Sucklord 66, the very first figure I ever created. Here we have some of the more low-end items. We have stickers, we have pins, we have patches. Here's a little bit of my helmet collection. We have Suckadelic posters. This was supposed to be for the Gay Pride Parade, but it got canceled thanks to the fucking virus. Here's the crucifix, and this was displayed very prominently in the museum for over a year. Very proud, very proud. This is a now defunct newspaper that was very famous in New York City called The Village Voice, and they did a cover story on yours truly. And if you really, really want to know about me, you will look that up. Here's the nascent music studio that's coming together. Not all of you know, but Suckadelic started as a music company, and we're bringing that back. I've been learning myself a few little American standards here, playing on the piano every night, and you can't really see it, but there's a drum set under here somewhere, but we'll be bringing that out later. Now, let's go into the production room. This is the studio where all the artwork gets made. If anybody walks in here and repeats the hackneyed American phrase, so this is where the magic happens, catches a slap. This isn't magic, it's alchemy. And here we have a table with some projects that are in development. My next series is going to be a reaction to the coronavirus. Everything I've been doing has been related to the coronavirus. I did a post-human Earth series that featured sentient insects living in the ruins of human society. But this one is going to be a little bit more optimistic, since it's going to be a post-COVID sexual utopia, and everybody's going to have these cool gems for heads. This is a mystical keyboard, which I'm working on for a compatriot of mine. He'll be able to channel undead spirits of the underworld with that keyboard. Here's the window. Looks out onto New York City. As you can see over there in the distance, that's the Freedom Tower, which is the building that was slapped up to replace the World Trade Center. This is the entrance to the Manhattan Bridge, and you can see this building over here is Confucius Plaza, which is a building full of old Chinese people, and there's a girl in there that I'm absolutely smitten with, and someday I know she's gonna come down and play some toys with me. Here is a series of figures based on rolls of toilet paper. I don't know what's going on with you guys over there, but we have had some toilet paper shortages here, and far be it from me, the Sucklord, not to try to capitalize on a crisis. Here is where we do our resin and casting making. We actually make a lot of our toys using these molds here. We pigment all this liquid plastic and put them in the molds, and then they go in this pressurized chamber, and then through a chemical reaction they turn into a solid, and they come out looking like this stuff for the most part. This is the reject box. This is mostly all failures and mistakes and broken pieces, but they come in handy. I actually have some people, international friends, who fly in here once a year just to go through this box and make their own toys out of it, and I profit greatly off of that. Over here we have random materials. We use a lot of broken toys, broken figures. You guys know Playmobiles, right? Some G.I. Joes. And then over here finally is the supervillain control center. This is where all my surveillance machinery is, and my weaponry, and all my doomsday devices that are in various states of completion. And this is where I plan to launch my pornographic enterprise, which has world domination as its core tenet. Well, I mean, that's about it. I hope all y'all are doing great over there. I'm doing great over here. I would love to return to the House of Elsewhere one day in another capacity and do more great work. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the other side. Good night.